But I just want to give a few brief words of appreciation to the Democratic Executive Committee for putting this on, and all of our members and all of our associate members of that group. Thank you so much. Moving forward from there, I would love for you guys to again follow me on Facebook, follow me on my Twitter and my other social medias, and that way we have a sense of solidarity and one principal place to meet so that we can always share in the democratic values that you have instilled in me as a young person growing up here in Mercer County, and those values that I express right now as an adult here in Mercer County. So thank you so much for your love, your kindness, and your attention in my upbringing to establish me as the leader that I'm trying to be right now. Moving forward from there, I'd also like to give a wonderful hand clap for my campaign manager, Kim Felix. As you all know, she is just the bread and the butter and the glue and the nuts, that hold me together in this campaign. But she's also a vital member of the executive committee here and everything that she does, along with Deb and everyone else. Robbie, thank you so much for all that you do. I would just like to say that as it pertains to my campaign, we know we are overmatched as far as money is concerned. All right, we've had a particular conversation, a very short conversation with my friend there, and we've established that it's going to be an uphill climb, it's going to be an uphill battle. But the one thing that we have that Carol Miller doesn't have, and that's community. All right, and you guys being here just shows how extensive our community is. Therefore, I'd like to say that what we need to do in order to be successful for this campaign is not focus our attention on how much money we can raise, but how many people we can reach out to in our network to influence those times so that we can be the best. Absolutely, right? So, that was my time to let you know I only got 30 seconds left. I'm going to keep this short, but no, seriously, our network and our connection with each other and our community is what will put us over in this race. Therefore, I ask that you would bring those people out to the polls as you go and encourage everyone that to get out and vote and make sure that our voices are heard. We have a lot of different changes going on right now with the Supreme Court, with our Congress in and of itself, with just the national narrative as it pertains to the United States, and just those events that shape and enhance our world. So one thing that I always like to do is think globally yet act locally. So again, I encourage you to make sure that your friends and your neighbors, to make sure that your daughters, your sons, your grandkids, your cousins, everybody gets out to vote so that we can ensure the proper leadership that we all know we need to have. All right? Again, thank you so much for coming. Now I want to bring up one particular gentleman that always knows what's going on in southern West Virginia. That's Mr. Ed Evans, Delegate Ed Evans. I'd love for him to come up and say a few words. Delegate Evans.
As unaccustomed as I am to speaking in front of a crowd, we got a good candidate. We got a real good candidate. We have a congressman who doesn't care about Southern West Virginia, but y'all know that as well as I do. We've had some floods in McDowell County. I called her office 4 times. I've not got a single return call from her. Senator Manchin's office has turned it backwards to do anything he could do for me. Turn flip-flops for me. I asked him, and he'll do it. But not one thing for Carol Miller. We have a person that's job in the House of Delegates, and I served with her, was to sing happy birthday. That's the only time I ever picked up a microphone. Watch her sing happy birthday to one of the delegates. Not to the Democrats, of course. But her job was to sing happy birthday and to vote for anything that was a Republican bill. Didn't matter if it was good or bad. If it was a Democrat bill, she wouldn't vote for it. Again, didn't matter if it was good or bad. But a Republican bill, she don't vote for it. And she's doing the same thing in Congress. You know that. She is a rubber stamp for whatever the congressional delegation on the Republican side wants. Absolute rubber stamp. You look at her record, she has never once voted against the Republican bill. Not one time. Whether it was good or bad. She has two fingers up her nose. That's how she gets led. Sorry. Let's tell the truth. I'll tell you the truth. As I tell all the people that vote for me, I'm going to tell you the truth. It may not be what you want to hear. And I think he's done the same thing. We need a congressman that's going to serve southern West Virginia, not the interests of those rich people up there in Charleston where the buffalo farmers are, where she, you know she's a buffalo farmer, right?
Yeah.
I haven't eaten buffalo meat since she got away.
She was a car dealer.
Well, she married a car dealer. She's originally from Ohio. She's not even a West Virginia. She married a car dealer, what's his name? Dutch Miller, yeah.
Years ago, wasn't it?
Well, I've been married for years too. That doesn't change the fact. But her dad was a congressman, I believe, and from Ohio. So she's just a carpetbagger as far as I'm concerned. I just tell you like the way I see it. But I'm an old homegrown boy from Beckley and moved to McDowell County to teach school. Been down there getting my fingers. I had to cut my nails. They were so dirty. Down there pushing mud with a squeegee out of people's basements with a flat shovel. And where's she at? Nowhere. Where's our two senators?
Yeah.
Nowhere down there. I promise you that.
On the boats.
Pardon me?
On their boats.
On their boats? I'm just telling you, Swope has not been there. It's the Maynard. Y'all know Maynard? You don't know him, do you? You wouldn't know him if he's sitting in this room right here. That's how transparent he is.
No, but we're going to replace him with Tiffany Clements.
Yeah.
We're going to replace him out with Tiffany Clements.
Amen.
If he sat in this room right now, y'all wouldn't know him because he doesn't care about us. He'll come down and he'll talk to Bill Cole and a couple others that give him some money, but he ain't gonna come to see me and you. I know Mark very, very well. When I got some money for Bramwell for their the theater they're trying to redo down there, and they needed some money, and the only way to get that money is for all of the congressional delegation to sign off on it. And he's the last one, and he didn't want to. He didn't want to because I asked for it. And y'all know that Bramwell's a little bastion of democracy down there for Democrats. Not many, but there's a bunch down there. And the mayor, bless her heart, love her to death. There's problems. And if we don't start electing people that will solve those problems, it's never going to get any better. The old adage, do what you've always done, get what you always had. And I'm tired of what I've had. I don't know about you, but I'm tired of it. We need to put people in there that's going to put the people first. Come on down. Push some mud with me, Carol Miller. He's coming tomorrow. He's coming tomorrow. And I promise you, she'll be nowhere near it. I called her off. I'm not kidding you. 3 times. And I never got a return call. I called the cell phone number. I called the regular number. No, nothing. I called Washington, D.C., and pardon this, ladies, it sound awful, those of you with your blondes, but I talked to a little blonde airhead. You're who? You're who? You need what? That's the only response I got. And I'm just telling you, that's not what they're there to do.
Wait, are you talking about her office?
Her office in Washington.
Well, actually, I'm only gotten through to a body once, and I've called several times, but she doesn't want to be bothered with constituents.
No. She doesn't want people to call her because she doesn't want to do anything for them. So, and again, have not got a call back yet. Manchin called, me either. I called the other senator and haven't heard from her. So, who cares about us? You got to ask yourself, who cares about us?
We do.
You know, that's all we got's us. And if we don't stand up for ourselves, we're going to lose it. We're going to lose everything we got. Some of the politics nationally, and I've talked too much, but the politics nationally have absolutely chased Southern West Virginia. I mean, it's gilded us, all of us. The national politics are the worst thing in the world for us. I have talked to people and say, I'll never vote for another Democrat as long as I live. And I say to them, wait a minute. Now, she asked me today, a little bit ago, how do you get elected in McDowell County as a Democrat? Well, how do you get elected anywhere in Southern West Virginia? You got to go out and work for it.
I don't know, anywhere in West Virginia, not just say something.
Well, I'm just telling you, I'm the only one in South Charleston. Only Democrat in South Charleston. And I got elected because I worked hard. And I'm going to tell Lacy, you got to do the same thing. And Tiffany, same thing. I love Tiffany to death. You haven't met her yet, you need to. She's a dear, she's an angel. That's one of my former students. Thank you, guys.
Lacy, did you mention your water